Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play through a song called We Exist by Arcade Fire. And it starts out with this really cool lick, and actually we're going to end up capoing this on 4th fret to kind of match the recording. But that first lick, you could kind of play open E, and then kind of take the 5th fret on the B string and the 4th fret on the G string at the same time, and kind of do a little slide down. So it'll be like low E, and then kind of an E and a B note at the same time as kind of a slide. And that lick kind of comes back, and if you wanted to, you could even kind of accent that with a smaller version of the chord, which is like a little E minor hit, actually, where you can take first finger on the high E on the 3rd fret, second finger on the G string, 4th fret, and third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret, or 5th fret. And if you strum the G, B, and E, then that sounds a little E minor. So you could kind of do low open E, and then kind of do like a little slide on that shape, too, and that might be kind of a cool thing to kind of try. And then there's this cool little bass line that comes in after that where you play open A, and then open E, 3rd on the low E, and then we repeat that a lot, kind of that A, E, G, A, E, G, A, E, G, A, E, G, A, and then we go to 3rd fret on the A string, and then 3rd on the low E string, open A, 3rd fret on the A, 3rd on the low E, open A, 3rd fret on the A. And then there's kind of this another cool little hit on the E, and you could do that 2nd fret on the D string, or you might want to kind of think about taking that to kind of that little E minor chord. So you'd have A, E, G, A, E, G, A, E, G, A, E, G, A, C, G, A, C, G, A, C, G, A, C, E minor hit, kind of through our intro part. Now the chords that would kind of back that up would start on an A minor chord. When you play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the G string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the A minor, we'd be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger stays on the B string 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. It sounds really happy. And then from the C, we'd be going to an E minor chord. And when you play E minor, you could use that small version that we talked about, or if you want a really big E minor, you can do first finger on the A string, 2nd fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. So that's kind of our intro progression, is that A minor, da 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 da, A minor, C, C, E minor. Now a lot of times with a song like this, though, to support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the A minor and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro progression. The weird part is where that C and the E minor happen at the end, and you may want to do kind of a down, down up on the C, and then do kind of the accents, just kind of that 2 downs on the E minor. C down, down, E minor, down, down, and you might want to kind of kill the strings on that. It could be kind of a cool way to accent it. So you'd have A minor, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, C, down, up, C, down, up, E minor, A minor, A minor, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, E minor. It's kind of that intro beginning part. And then from there, then that kind of becomes part of our first verse. But then kind of we end up with these other hits, actually, that kind of on our 2nd verse, where you end up with a A minor chord, and then there's a really quick hit from A minor to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord. It sounds really happy. And on that part, it's almost like we're halving the A minor and the G. So you want to do just kind of a down, down on each of those chords. And then we kind of keep our C major, and then our C major hit to the E minor at the end. So if we kind of try that through our 2nd verse, we have A minor, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, G, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, E minor, hit, A minor, down, up, down, A minor, down, G, down, C, down, our chorus part. And our chorus actually changes strum patterns, but we start out on an F major chord. And the way you play F major, we'll talk about an easy way to play this too. But if you know the bar F, you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the A string on the third fret, and then the pinky on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord. It sounds really, really happy. Now a good substitute for that, there is something called F major 7. And the way you play F major 7, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. So you want to think about using that for that part. And then from the F, we go to an E minor chord, and then we go to our A minor chord, and then we do another A minor, and then we go back to F, and then E minor, and then A minor, and then we go to a C major, but then we go to a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G on the second fret, second finger on the high E on the second fret, and third finger on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds like D major. You may want to kind of work that as kind of a down. And later on, actually, where we end up on the second chorus, we end up with almost kind of a big build-up where you may want to do downs. And you could even kind of take the flat of your right hand and kind of do that as a muting idea if you wanted to. Now, the weird part about the chorus, though, is we change meter to 3/4. And one of my favorite 3/4 strum patterns is down, down, up, down, up. So if you took the F and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we try that through our chorus. We'd have that through our chorus. We'd have F, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, up, F, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, B. The background to lead us back into kind of our intro verse, and then our second verse idea, and then back to our chorus, and then from there then we go into our bridge part. And on our bridge part, it's another really cool way of kind of mixing up the meter. We start up in F with kind of our down, down, up, down, up, but then we do an E minor with just a down, down, up, and then we go to our A minor with kind of our down, down, up, down, up, and then we do just a down, down, up on the A minor. We end up doing that twice, and then we start mixing it up by throwing a C in for that last A minor. So we tried our bridge with our strum pattern. We'd have F, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, F, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, A minor, down, down, F, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, A minor, down. C for down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, A minor, down, down, C, down, down, up. And we repeat that a bunch, actually, until we finally get to kind of the last F major with our whole strum pattern, and then E major with a down, down, which helps us lead into our outro. And on our outro, we go to an A major chord, and the way we play A major, first finger goes to the D on the second fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, the third finger on the B string on the third fret, or second fret. So it's a big party on the second fret. Real happy guy. So A major. And then the A major, that kind of takes the place of the A minor. It's almost like the intro progression, where we do the A major with our down, down, up, down, up. And then we go to our C major chord, and then we do our C with our E minor hit, just like the intro. A major, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, E minor, A, down, down, A, down, down, up, down, C, down, 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 C, down, down, E minor hits. Now the weird part is to play along with Arcade Fire, though, instead of starting on an A minor chord, they're actually starting on a C sharp minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your A minor is really a C sharp minor, your C is really an E major, your E minor is really a G sharp minor, and when we get to it, the G major is really a B major chord, your F is really an A major chord, and the A major is really a C sharp major chord. But to take it from the very beginning, you could start off with kind of that intro lick, kind of working that slide or that little E minor chord, And then you can kind of work your bass line, kind of working that oh, oh, 3, oh, oh, 3, oh, oh, 3, oh, oh, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 2, 2. Or you can even kind of substitute in that E minor chord for those last hits. So that might be kind of a cool way to kind of intro the tune. And I always like recognizable licks. For, to kind of tip people off to, oh my gosh, we exist. I love this song. Or you could just strum through that part. And you'd have A minor, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, down, C, down, up, down, C, down, E minor hits, A minor, down, down, up, A minor, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, E minor hits, A minor, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, C, down, up, C, down, E minor hits, A minor, down, down, A minor, down, down, C, down, C, down, E minor hits. And then we repeat that until we get to kind of that variation for the second verse. We have A minor, down, down, A minor, down, G, down, C, down, down, C, down, E minor hits, A minor, down, down, A minor, down, G, down, C, down, C, down, E minor hits. And then from there, then we'd be going into our chorus part. So then we're changing to the down, down, up, down, up. And we'd have F with a down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, F, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, C, down, big D. Or you may want to kind of throw it in those muted downs. And then from there, then we'll be going back into kind of our verse part, kind of from the intro. Now, something else I'd think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, of the down, down, up, down, up, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the A minor, you could do the A string for your bass. On the C, you'd have the A string for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have the low E string for the bass. And on the G, you'd have the low E string for the bass. And on the F, if you're doing the F bar, you'd have the low E string for your bass. On the F major 7, you'd have the D string for your bass. On the D, you'd have the D string for your bass. We're kind of working the bass on that. And on the A major, when we get to it for the outro, you'd have the A string for the bass. So we tried that next verse, kind of our intro progression with basses. We'd have A minor with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, E minor, A minor down, down, A minor with an A bass down, down, C with an A bass down, down, C with an A bass down, E minor hits. And then from there, then we tried our second verse variation with kind of the basses. You could kind of do the bass down up on the A minor and the G, and the C, you'd have the hold pattern, and then you could kind of save that last bass down up, and then the E minor hits at the end. So we tried our second verse variation with that. We'd have A minor with an A bass, A minor with an A bass down, G with a low E bass down, C with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, E minor hits, A minor with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, C with an A bass, C with an A bass, E minor hits. And then from there, then we go back to kind of our intro verse progression where we got A minor, C with an A bass, C with an A bass, E minor hits, A minor, C major, C, E minor hits. And then from there, then we'll be going into our next chorus. Now you could add basses to that strum pattern too, and work it as kind of a bass down up idea. So if we tried our next chorus that way, we'd have F with the bass, down, up, down, A minor with the bass, down, up, down, A minor with the bass, down, up, down, A minor with the bass, down, up, down, F with the bass, down, up, down, A minor with the bass, down, up, down, A minor with the bass, down, up, down, C with the bass, down, up, down, big D. Or you can throw in that muting idea. And then from there, then we go into our bridge part. So we tried our bridge with basses. We'd have a lot of places where we were working just that bass down up, actually on the E minor and the A minor and the C when it turns up later. So we'd have F with the bass, down, up, down, E minor with the bass, down, A minor with an A bass, down, up, down, A minor with an A bass, down, F with the bass, down, down, E minor with the A bass, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, F with the bass, down, down, E minor with the A bass, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, F with the bass, down. bass down, up, down, E minor, Louis, bass down, up. It kind of leads us into our outro. And then if we tried our outro with basses, we'd have A with an A bass down, up, down, B with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, E minor hits, A with an A bass down, up, down, B with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, E minor hits, A, C with an A bass, C, E minor, kind of hear in the background actually this cool little lick where you could kind of start off with kind of the first fret on the B string or the second fret on the B string and then open E, and that kind of happens 4 times, and then we go to first fret on the B string and then do open E, and we do that twice, and then we end with just the open B and the open E. So you could kind of throw that in too, and randomly you could throw in the basses on that too. So you could have the A, that 2-0 with the A bass. And I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my bass and kind of my fingers for the other notes of the lick. And then you got kind of the C, so you can throw in the C bass, and then we got that E minor at the end. Kind of think about using that too. That might be kind of a cool way to kind of break it down at the end. C, E minor. Or like anytime that E minor hit goes, you could throw in those smaller E minors too. That outro until we get to our end. So we got the C, E minor hits, and then a big A major at the very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through We Exist by Arcade Fire. So good luck!